of the day has to do with a new feature coming out to One UI 8.5, which the beta should be out very, very soon, probably within the next week or two for the Galaxy S25 series of phones. And it'll trickle down most likely to the Flip 7 and Fold 7 after that, and then so on and so forth. But the new feature here is there's a option to block apps with excessive ads. So if you have one of those apps that you downloaded, usually it's like a game or like a free app of some sort that has just ad after ad after ad after ad. This will basically block that app. You can go in there and the apps that send frequent advertisement notifications will be put into deep sleep to prevent them from bothering you. So, you know, if you go into the app, it'll still be there, but the actual notification of it all, where it's giving excessive alerts, will be nullified. So kind of cool, but generally, I'll be honest, for games, I just block the game from giving me ads, or I'll honestly, at that point, if it's bothering me that much, I'll just delete it. Or if it's a game I really like, I'll pay for the ad removal. But otherwise, hopefully, I don't even need this. But it's cool that it has it. Next up is about the Galaxy Z Fold 8, guys. This is actually super interesting, as the Galaxy Z Fold 8 should be out in July, August of 2026. So we're still about 8 months away from its release. But reportedly, just like I felt like it was last year, there's reportedly going to be 2 Fold models released in 2026. Samsung is reportedly preparing 2 Fold models for 2026, which would include the regular Galaxy Z Fold 8 and a brand new mysterious device. Who doesn't like a good mystery? The mysterious model number is SM F971, which doesn't fit the expected numbering for a Flip FE model and strongly suggests a Fold device. Positioning, the new model is expected to sit below the Fold 8 in the pecking order, and potentially is probably going to be a more affordable Fold, probably the Fold FE, Fold 8 FE. Beyond that, though, the mysterious device has the codename H8, while the Fold 8 is expected to be Q8. And the Flip 8 is B8. The use of an entirely different letter system suggests it may be a simple variant, but possibly a new design. Early reports hinted at a square Fold variant for 2026, opening a near square 18 by 18 display, which the H8 codename could represent. So it might be a more squared off design. It could be an FE variant. We don't know fully yet what it's going to be, but it sounds like, based off early rumors, that there would be 2 models launching. I don't know if they're going to launch at the same time. There's a lot of variables and information that we still don't know about it, but it's supposed to be. I feel like this happens every year, and one gets released or one goes to China, Korea, and doesn't come here. So we'll wait and see what they end up doing. But as you know, I'm a great big Fold fan, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, what are you going to see? And if it is a Fold FE, let's just pretend here, what's the price going to drop down to? Is it going to be $1,000? Is it going to be $1,200? Because right now, the regular Fold 8 is like, what, 18, 19, $2,000, something in that range. Fold FE generally is something like usually 30% less than the other variant. So I would guess it's probably going to be in the $1,200 range is my guess. Today's stories are all about the Galaxy Z TriFold, the phone that was announced yesterday. And as you can see, this is how they make it in the factory. This is straight from Samsung. This stuff is always pretty cool. A lot of companies don't show how the sauce is made, and this is them showing that. I like this. This is interesting stuff. I wouldn't say you get a lot from it in terms of like, oh, okay, I get it like that. It's just more like, wow, they've built, or somebody built, like all these machines that build this other machine, and then these bits and pieces. Like, the world is absolutely insanely amazing, like the stuff we have figured out to do, and the machines that can make these devices and the testing they go through. It's just really, really interesting stuff. I'll link the full video down below if you want to watch it in its entirety at the regular speed that it's at. I thought this one was quite interesting and important to see if you're thinking about getting the Samsung Galaxy Z tri-folding phone. What actually comes inside of the box? Well, first of all, you can see the side of the box is absolutely massive. This is a big boy box. You need big boy hands. Put your gloves on so you don't get it all fingerprinty. And inside the box, you get a manual. You get a USB-C to USB-C cable. You get a 45-watt charging dock or brick. You also get the SIM card ejector tool. You can put up to, I think it's 2 SIM cards if I'm not mistaken. You get a case and you get the phone. Now, there's been videos out there from a couple of creators that have the phone already or have played with the phone, and they show that they have a case that stands up as well. I assume that'll probably be an extra fee that you'll have to buy. The one that comes inside of the phone, the case, does not have a kickstand, so just let that be known. I would probably, I mean, as much as I would want the kickstand, I'd rather have a pop socket on the back there. Does it have MagSafe? I don't think it does on the back of the case or the phone, this specific case or phone, but I would assume they're also gonna have third-party cases eventually that other people sell. But in terms of what comes inside the box, definitely the charger is totally different than anything we've seen in quite a while. Now, price. We've heard rumors it might be $2,400 because that's what it's going to cost in Korea. They're going to get it in basically 10 days from now. But it looks like the price in America and probably other places in the world as well is probably going to be a little bit more expensive than we were thinking. Initially, we were thinking $2,400 because that's what the equivalent is on Korean version of this phone. But you have to remember that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 comes in at about $1,600 US. That's the equivalent of what it cost in Korea. And if you factor in it costing almost about $2,000 here in America, that most likely the phone for the Galaxy Z TriFold is most likely going to end up costing $2,800, maybe $3,000 here in the States. And at that point, I don't know if I want to spend $3,000, I'll be honest. Unless they have like an amazingly crazy trade-in offer for like one of their phones that I have. Maybe I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do that. But $3,000 for this phone, honestly, I don't think I want to pay that. As much as I would love to try it out, and I would love to potentially make it my daily phone, if it's really close to $3,000, I think I'll say pass on that. The price, $2,400 versus $3,000, it's $600, or even $2,400 to $2,800 after tax is $3,000, guys. Especially here in California, it's extremely expensive. And obviously, I don't think they want everyone to buy it anyway because they know it's just not fully ready for the whole world to use it at this point. It's going to be those few people that really want to give it a try, and then they can iron out the kinks based off what those people's desires and thoughts are on the phone. You also have to remember that you can see creases on the phone. I don't care about creases at all, but the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is rumored to have no crease at all, so you can probably almost guarantee that the next Galaxy Z tri-folding phone that would come out in 2027 or late 2026 would probably also not have creases. So it's another thing to think about as well if the creases really bother you that much. So price could be, again, $2,800 to $3,000 looking like in the US. Galaxy Z Fold 7 is my favorite phone of the year. I love this phone for multiple reasons. I've been a folding fan since I've got it with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. I loved and wanted the Galaxy Z Fold 1, didn't get it, but regardless, I've loved this line of phones, and it's so hard to go back to a traditional phone as my main phone. I still respect those traditional slab phones such as the Galaxy S26 Ultra, but myself, I'm a fold guy. And the Galaxy Z Fold 7 brought with it a bunch of improvements. It got lighter, it got thinner, it got more powerful, the cameras got better, but some things weren't upgraded, and it looks like the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is going to make some of those changes based off of the newest leaks that we're hearing. So let's dive into those leaks without further ado. First of all, faster charging speeds. Galaxy Z Fold 8 is rumored to increase its charging speeds to 45 watts, which is a pretty good jump up from the 25 watts on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So 45 watt wired versus 25 watt, which is great. Nice little bump, puts it in line with the S26 Ultra. And then also the wireless charging should also be, based off what this isn't talked about in this leak, but it should happen. We should also see 25 watt wireless charging as well, up from the 15 watt. So definitely most likely the wired charging being upgraded. Me talking about the wireless is also most likely going to happen. And also probably going to see some magnets in the phone as well, especially with what we're seeing with the S26 series getting those MagSafe magnets as well. Now, faster charging, 45 watts, and again, 25 watts on the wireless side. But how about a bigger battery? Finally, rumors have it that the battery is going to probably go to about 5,000 milliamps, which put it in line with the S26 Ultra, and that's 600 more milliamps than the current Z Fold 7. So 4,400 to 5,000 milliamps, which is the point of probably going to give you, if you do that percentage-wise, I'm just doing this in my head, I would guess maybe 15 to 20%, something like that, where you'll get better battery life. Now, time-wise, like how much more is that going to actually add? I would guess probably another hour, maybe another 2 hours of battery life. Actual screen on time, if I had to guess, it's probably an extra 30 minutes, something like that. Maybe 45 minutes, something like that. But otherwise, I'm all for it, especially if they are able to keep the phone as light and thin as it already is and increase the battery and increase the charging speeds. That's a freaking awesome thing. Now, crease improvement. The new model is supposed to be having almost an invisible crease on there. So a lot of you get freaked out by that crease on the Galaxy Z Fold 7 screen, so much to the point you're like, I'm not buying it, I can't stand it, and you've never lived with it more than like half a second. It's not a big deal, but the rumor is again that the crease will be nearly invisible on the Z Fold 8. Next up would be S Pen support. There's rumors, again, not super strong, but there are rumors that the Z Fold 8 could potentially gain back the S Pen. It was removed on the Z Fold 7 in terms of the support of using it, but rumors have it it's coming back with the Z Fold 8. I think one of the cool things they could do and would make it an even bigger splash on this line would be if they add S Pen support to the front of the display. A lot of people are cool with it on the inside, but having it on the inside display, or the front display, would just be like, hey, there's a little icing on that cake because I know you've been wanting it. You're tired of this plain old boring cake. I think that would be a great little addition to that. Z Fold 7 to the Z Fold 8 will likely focus on minor yet crucial refinements to strengthen its position against upcoming competition from Google and Chinese manufacturers, but also iPhone Fold. So when you look at some of the improvements, Z Fold 7 is seriously already an amazing phone. But then when you add in a faster processor, a more powerful processor, when you add in faster charging, you add in bigger battery for better battery life, you add in potentially no crease at all, you add in S Pen support, things that people are kind of annoyed with, complain about on a yearly basis, and they added into that Z Fold 8, it makes it, again, almost every year, you could pretty much say this, but it brings it really close to that almost perfect device. One UI 8.5 is right around the corner, the beta anyway, and we know exactly everything that it will bring with it when we get the update. S25 series will be first, followed most likely by the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and S24 series and so on and so forth. So let's go through this laundry list of updates. So continuous image generation, you can keep creating without stopping. Photo Assist now lets you generate AI images using different Photo Assist features without saving each iteration. When you're done, you can review all your iterations in your history and pick your favorites. I love this. When I use Photo Assist in the gallery app to edit, like say I want to jump between when you're drawing on the picture and some of the other things that you can do to edit it. And it sounds like now you'll be able to do them all without having to save it each time that you make a change between the different features. I love that. Smarter device control. Talk to Bixby in your own words. Bixby is now better at finding the setting or feature you need, even if you don't use exact commands or feature names. Just say what you need and let Bixby do the rest. I'll be really curious to try this one out. I don't use Bixby actively knowing that I'm using Bixby. I don't know if it's just part of the search menu when you're in settings, for instance. If it is, I don't know, but otherwise I don't have it turned on, so we'll see how that works. Ask anything, anytime, whether you need a quick answer to detailed information, just ask Bixby for an instant response. There's no need to spend time on multiple searches or switching between apps. So Bixby's getting a lot of updates. Conversation history, look back at your past conversations with Bixby is easier than ever. You can now access your conversation history from the side panel in the Bixby app. Again, I don't really use Bixby. Do you guys use Bixby? Put it in the comments down below. Storage, share, access your files anywhere. File from your Samsung phones, tablets, and PCs are available in the My Files app. On your phone, you can also access your phone's files and on other Samsung devices, even your TV. This is pretty cool. Be curious to try that. I have one Samsung TV. Would love to have more, but I only have one. And then my son has a tablet. I don't have any Samsung tablets currently. I have one Samsung. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll try it on some of my Samsung devices. Quickly connect to Smart View devices. Connect to your favorite display faster. You can now add a shortcut to your home screen to instantly mirror your phone screen to a TV or other display device. So that's a convenience feature to, cast your display onto another device. Enhanced Auracast features. It's easier than ever to listen to and broadcast sound with Auracast. Options for both broadcasting and listening are now located on the audio broadcast menu in settings. Cool. Again, another convenience feature. Voice broadcast. Broadcast your voice to people around you with Auracast. In addition to media sound, you can now broadcast your own voice using your phone's built-in microphone. That is really cool. I love that you're going to be able to do that now, kind of like you can with the Google displays and Alexa displays, where you can, or speakers I should say as well, that you can broadcast your voice. You'll be able to do it with any Auracast powered device. Revamped battery info. See your battery use more clearly. The redesigned battery settings screen makes it easier to check remaining time, charging status, and daily usage over the past week. Who doesn't want to see more information on your battery, especially seeing like why something's potentially being bad or why it's being great at whatever you're doing in usage. Use power saving to make your battery last longer without charging. Choose standards for moderate savings and customizable limits, or choose maximum to turn off all essential features and make your battery last as long as possible. So we've had power saving before, they've just improved it. Easily control Bluetooth hearing aids. So all my accessibility fans, accessing settings for your Bluetooth hearing aids directly from the accessibility shortcut, a pop-up will appear that lets you change your hearing program, turn ambient sound on and off, and more. That's great. Control magnification with mouse or keyboard. Keep what you need magnified in view with these new options. You can make the magnified area follow the cursor as you type, or make your own change focus with the keyboard. So you can magnify now with the keyboard and mouse if you have one connected. Dwell action and corner actions. The auto action after pointer stops feature after being divided into two features. Let's see, even more improvements. More customizable quick panel. So now you can arrange your settings just the way you like them. You can now add, remove, reorder, and reorganize controls in the quick panel. Easily early alerts for reminders. Get alerts before reminders are due to make sure you don't forget certain tasks. Partial screen recording. Oh, this is cool. I think they had this before though. Maybe they didn't. Include only what you need in your screen recordings. You can now select only the part of the screen that you want to record. I feel like they've had that before, but it's whatever. Great. Calculator nudges. Save time on calculations, numbers, and formulas. Copy to your clipboard will be suggested when you open calculator as you enter them with a quick tap. Nice. Convenient. Keep window sizes in Dex. Dex now remembers your window size options and positions when you open an app again. It appears just as you left it. That's actually really cool. I don't use Dex all that much, but that's a nice little feature to get. The clock is getting some update. Weather alarm backgrounds. Wake up to an alarm that gets you ready for the day's weather. Your alarm screen can now show current weather conditions as a background when it rings. This is great. I love that. So you'll see the weather as your alarm's going off. Time zone in California, Southern California, just be like sunny all the time. Time zone converter, to compare time zones at a glance. The new slider in the clock app makes it easier to check the time differences between places around the world. Samsung Health, you can have enhanced weekly reports to see a fuller picture of your health each week. Upgraded sharing experiences, share your workouts your way. Start meditations from your watch, antioxidant measurements from your watch. So some nice convenient things added into the Samsung Health app. Security and privacy, theft protection. Now you can now keep your phone and data safe in case it's lost or stolen. Turn on failed notification lock to automatically lock the screen in case there are too many failed attempts to verify your identity using your fingerprints, PIN, pattern, or password. Identified. Check also protects even more settings before. So that's nice. Your phone gets stolen, it's going to basically lock it down even quicker and better. Turn off auto block temporarily if you need to temporarily disable auto blocks. Security protection, a new option lets you turn it on automatically 30 minutes later so you don't forget. That's actually pretty cool. You know, people, if you're going to install an app that's basically outside the store from a third party, this will allow you to temporarily turn that on so you can do it, and then you don't have to remember to turn it back on. Quick Share, avoid unwanted sharing requests. You can now set Quick Share to only receive files from other devices signed in to your Samsung account or Google account. I love Quick Share. So convenient. Photo sharing suggestions. Share photos with the right people faster. When you share pictures that include family or friends, Quick Share can recognize who's in them and suggest sharing directly with these people. That's very convenient. You know, it's going to look at your photo, or I assume video too, of who's in it and potentially share it with the person that it's in the contact with on your phone. Automatic lock screen layout. Wallpapers with pictures of people or pets now fit perfectly every time. When you choose a photo for your lock screen, the layout adjusts automatically so the lock and widgets discover important parts of the picture. More customizable clock fonts. Weather enhanced weather widget. Quickly check upcoming precipitation in the weather widget on your home screen. The widget also shows a graph of precipitation is expected in the next few hours. And pollen index, check how much pollen is in the air. Yeah, this is like, nothing, when you look at this as a whole, you're not like, whoa, that's a big feature. A lot of it's just kind of like improvements to your day-to-day usage. I don't see anything in here that's going to massively blow me away. It's more like, oh, that's cool, that's neat. That's kind of the way I'm feeling about it. There was rumors it was going to bring a lot of new features, potentially, versus like 8.0 did, and it didn't really seem to do all that much. It's more, again, just convenience of life features. Galaxy S26 Ultra leaked colors. I love this. This is something I always look forward to with the colors, so I can put a black case on it and it's a black phone again. But I mean, obviously I'm being sarcastic there, but as for the colors, you're looking at white, silver, black, and purple, which is cool because I love the color purple. Purple is going to look so nice. I would definitely put my color of phones in order of purple. I'd go white. The white looks so nice. Like, I know it's the same white we always get, but it looks really, really good. And I haven't had a white phone in a long time, I don't think. So purple, white, black, silver. I think silver would be the last one for me. Black's always so easy. And then what sucks is, like I said, I always put a case on it, which is not a good thing. I should probably stop using just a black case most of the time. But it's so just convenient just to put a black case on there. Always matches everything, especially the cameras, since the cameras are black. But purple looks so cool. Definitely going purple on this one. What about you? If you're getting the S26 Ultra, what color and size are you going to get? For me, since it's not usually my main phone, well, you get free upgrades usually too, so I'll probably go 512 gigabyte purple. What about this? All about the iPhone Fold. When unfolded, the 2026 iPhone Fold will be apparently 4.8 millimeters thin. For comparison, Z Fold 7 is 4.2, so that's a lot thinner, and the Z TriFold is 3.9 millimeters. And basically all those phones are going to launch in 2025 and 2026, potentially 2027 for the iPhone Fold. But, if you're into thin and beautiful, you're definitely going to want to go with the Galaxy phones. You also have to remember, though, like, from what we're hearing, the iPhone Fold is I don't think it's going after being the sleekest, and it's not going after being the most modern looking. I think it's kind of just going after like, here's a foldable phone. It's fairly thin. It is probably going to be fairly, who knows, it probably won't be fairly light because the way they have their other phones will probably be dang heavy. But, you know, hopefully fairly light, and then probably really powerful, just like the Galaxy Z Fold's phones are. So I'm not too concerned with the thickness of it. 4.8 millimeters is still pretty thin. But, you know, a year or two from now, when you're having a Z Fold 7 and a Z Fold 8 and a TriFold 1 and potentially a TriFold 2, are those phones going to burn in your memory like, hey, this is how light and thin a foldable phone should be? Or are we going to be like, yeah, I kind of miss the phone being this thick, and, you know, maybe having potentially a bigger battery and whatever else they throw in it as well. I guess it all depends on that. I mean, you use something long enough, like 30 days or more, you're going to get used to it. So I'm not too concerned with it, but it is amazing the engineering that Samsung is doing with their Z Fold 7 and with their tri-folding. It's like crazy. It's really impressive stuff. Today's video is all about One UI 8.5 because it is literally really close, like within 24 hours. Just so you know though, One UI 8.5 will come out in the US, UK, Korea, and Germany first, India and Poland to follow. It will be for the S25 series first, and then follow suit into other phones as well, like Galaxy Z Fold 7, S24 series, and so on and so forth. Then you have the One UI 8.5 beta update drafts are ready, meaning that they're coming out very, very soon. But listen to this, 8.5 beta program is already live if you live in Korea for the S25 series. Now, when I say S25 series, we're talking S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra, not the Edge reportedly. The 8.5 beta program is also live in the UK and Germany for the S25 series as well. So Korea and everywhere else, US, not yet, but should be very, very soon. Probably by tomorrow. Some of the key features of this are the new quick panel customizations, the smooth and fluid animations, a fresh new floating UI, and redesigned apps. The other day I went through every single feature that it had. So if you want to look at that video, it's in my catalog in the last couple of days. And then also remember that Ice Universe puts it really well, that the full version of 8.5 should be out very, very soon for the S25. But when it comes out for the S26, it will be the complete version, and there will be a lot of AI updates that will bring in more practical and more in-depth AI, meaning that we're not going to get the full range of everything in One UI 8.5 with the phones that are out right now, but we will when the S26 launches, and then those little features will probably trickle down to the S25 and older phones as well. So it's in a lot of places, well, at least a few of these places. United States, right around the corner. If you want to join, what you do is you go into the Samsung Members app, and you'll swipe through the banners at the top. One of them will say One UI Beta. Click on that, join it, and then after you join, you go into your updates, so settings, and then system updates, and download it from there, and then you'll have the beta. But be forewarned, it might give you some issues with app compatibility or just overall usage. It might seem weird and not fully good, but in the past, the betas have been, for me, really, really good, especially in the recent past. But yeah, it's right around the corner, or maybe it is already launched where you are. Let me know what you think of it if you do have it. Otherwise, keep checking. By tomorrow, we should have it hopefully here in the United States. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.